Welcome back to another video, guys. Now, you may be wondering what's going on here. Well, per the thumbnail and title, we can assume someone went down. Anyway, let's just say the August 9th race weekend was sham. A complete flop. Just one big nasty flat out clusterfuck. So I raced on Memorial Day weekend and only was able to get a bit of footage, but it was a rough weekend with my bike since the crash in turn 1. The front suspension was changed out and the bike hasn't been feeling right since. I don't have a personal cameraman like other YouTubers, so I failed in getting lots of footage that weekend, and for that I am very deeply sorry to have failed all of my YouTube loyalists. I'll do better. I decided to change out my OEM rear shock for a K-Tech rear. This should balance everything out for me, but I won't be able to test it until the August 8th track day. On the other hand, George and Nico have been going at it strong. They were able to go to the July 4th race weekend, which I missed because I'm a slave to work, but they both did very well. It was a pretty good weekend for them.
Nico Pagani. Food will be in between the SCCA garage.
Nice. And I got a third place. Formula 40, the old guy race, so.
P3! There you go.
How did you feel?
On the bike?
On the bike. How did you feel on the bike?
Very good.
Very good.
Felt like I was going mock Jesus.
Mock Jesus.
Yes.
Oh my god, yo.
Cybersecurity adversaries with limited resources.
Should be there right now. Oh my god, I'm running so late. Tech inspection opens up in 3 minutes and I'm like an hour away, so I'm gonna have to maybe do some questionable things to get there. So after a long hard ponder into the arc of my existence, wrestling with the consequences of my choices, I did what anyone else would do. Drive faster to get to the track, because now I was running really late. Tightening down the axle. You know, I think I've always known this, but it hit me harder out here. How important it is to really know your bike on a deeper level. To know it mechanically, but also understand when it's talking to you. Every sound, every shift, every little movement. It's a language, and once you pick it up, the whole ride changes. That's why working on your bike is so important. Not just to fix issues, but for your safety. Whether you're going the Guten-tight route or torquing everything to spec, it's all about learning. But the key is also staying focused. Check, double check, and make sure it's dialed in and good to go before you head out on track. We'll circle back to safety checks in a minute, but speaking of fixing issues, my bike felt amazing with the new suspension. Still, there was something else holding me back. Something wasn't right. Something I just couldn't figure out.
Take off the belly and you can all over that. That is different. Wow.
That's how mine works too.
Seeing it's getting caught up somewhere.
Yeah, so you have the shift springs there to keep this to go back to center. And that should push this guy like down, and you can see that kind of rotates a drum over here behind that. And it looks like sometimes it's rotating, but it's not grabbing on the backside. There's that ring.
Yeah.
I think that is what's supposed to interact with it, and it maybe doesn't have enough spring pressure on it, or the tips are a little hard.
Well, I don't know how to work on this stuff, so
This is pretty far into it, which I'm not that good at, you know.
We have all worked on bikes quite a bit. George probably the most, given his issues with the Gen 5 that he had. But neither of us have pulled out a transmission before. This will be the first time, and my bike is the guinea pig.
Let's see what else we can break over here, Marlon.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead. Have at it. Remember when I mentioned it's all about learning? Well, yep, this is a learning moment.
There you go. That's what we can break right there.
Oh shit, it snapped? Look! And another learning moment. I think we should just stop.
It moved.
Did it?
It moved.
Oh, see movement.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at your transmission.
You know what, Marlon? Even if you can't figure that shit out, at least we know that's not the issue. If that's not the issue.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, who can we have a look at it? Is there anyone?
Yeah, I got somebody. He's coming.
Oh yeah?
How fucked up and hilarious would it be if it's all that auto blipper?
You know what, Noah? You may be right.
Like the tuning for the
I mean,
Hey
pressure
man,
switch.
it can be.
well, but this is part of it.
Good way.
This is fucking part of it.
I
Yeah,
know.
if this is fine, like it has to be the electronics package. It's at the very least whatever that's doing may be causing that to half engage rather than fully engage. But that's not good for this.
Yeah.
So
Oh, the forks look good. Usually it would be all like galled up, gouged up, like in this area. If one was bent, you would have like harsh, you know, gouging there. Yeah, I mean, jumping out of gear, that's your main culprit, right? Like the shift forks being bent, and it's just like it unloads itself. You know what I mean?
We had it open and we shifted it a few times, and it looked like this guy would rotate but not always catch.
It's only only sixth back to fifth. Sorry.
On the straight, that's when that happens. Go into six, you'll be in six for like a second or two. Yeah, then I'm going, and then my arm.
And does it go like
I don't hear anything
banging?
like that.
All right, good. Because that's the dogs knocking off the block. Sure, you're not being lazy on the shift?
No,
Right? Like you're
because it's happened
adamantly-
before, and I'm like, let me get it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking too. I was like, maybe I'm not hitting it hard enough. And so basically, the part of the bolt is still in there, and we got to figure out a way to get it out. And on top of that is we need another bolt that has a reverse threading. Man, this sucks. Tomorrow's going to be the first day of races. At this point, it's safe to say that I'm probably not going to be racing. It's race 1 for the day, and both George and Noah will be doing the endurance race together. They'll be using Nico's 400. George will go out first, and then they'll switch off throughout the race, with Noah doing the last stint, which would allow George to rest before his first race on his ZX-10. Endurance races can be grueling. Take your vitamins and hit up the gym, kids. After 20 or 30 laps, George is coming in to rest. It's Noah's turn now. Noah's best was a 127.884, which is 4/100ths behind George's best time. Noah's getting into the groove of it. He's doing consistent 128s. Has 5 laps, 128. I haven't looked. I just saw you doing like 128. Yeah. After 60 or 80 or 90 laps, it's time for George to go back out and do his last stint. And after 150 or 200, I don't know, I lost count, it's Noah's turn to finish up the race.
I did the practice session earlier on the 400. So I did the practice session earlier, right? And then I got all my ZX10.
Is that a big change?
Don't do it.
Is it difficult to adjust from one to the other?
I went back to back.
Yeah.
So I think that's more difficult. Go back to back. If you sit back and relax a little bit, give it time.
Oh yeah.
My left hamstring fucking locked up like as soon as I sat up over the line.
Oh, seriously?
Oh my gosh.
They both ended up doing well on the race, getting first place in their class. There's just one race in between the endurance race and George's first race on the big boy bikes. Not much time to mentally adjust. Yeah, man. Do we know who went down? Or hopefully George was one of those guys that went back.
Get it. George went down? Yeah.
Oh shit, really?
He went down in 3. He was the only one that went down. Me and Noah had just walked out there and literally he came by right then and we saw it happen. That was like the second time I've ever looked right at a crash when it happened.
Oh my god.
Take your phone when people call you.
So George is going to be taken by ambulance to a hospital. I think it's in Charlestown. So now we go to the question, what happened? George has been racing for years, and I mean well over a decade, and he has never crashed in a race or at any track day. This is his first. There are 3 things that may have contributed to this. First was, he had just done an endurance race on a 400cc motorcycle, and with very little time, he transitioned to racing on a leader bike. Second, there was an oil spill on turn 3 the day before. You see that whitish streak on the track there? It seems as though he loses traction just as his tire rides along it, but who knows? Third, and probably one of the most avoidable factors, there. You see that? That is a very used SC1 tire, not the new SC0 that he thought he was on. Somewhere, there was a miscommunication among us that led to the SC1 not being changed out. A terrible mistake. So, readapting to a 200 horsepower machine, potentially lacking optimal track conditions, and racing on a used tire when thinking he was on the much more sticky compound may have all led to this incident. But again, who knows? There could be other factors also. And this is why safety checks are crucial. We can all be having a good time in the paddock, talking, joking, and that can cause us to lose focus for 1 second, and something may be missed. A brake caliper not fully tightened, tire pressure unchecked, or even the incorrect tire on the bike. Take a pause and check, double check before you head out. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, yeah, what happened with George? Just 2 fractured vertebrae, a broken rib, and a dislocated shoulder. Nothing bad enough to keep him from grilling. Anyway, see you next time, guys.